Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
It's like it's Minute Maid, hijack 4, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let them hate. So
the 2018 NBA draft will more than likely go down as one of the greatest in history, or at least one of the greatest in recent history. It was just about loaded in every single position you can think of. At the guard spot, you got Luka, top 10 player in his second year, Doncic, and Trey, 29 points per game and 9 assists, young, killing for the Hawks currently in his second season. Shay, you already know how I do over here. That man Gilgeous-Alexander on the Oklahoma City Thunder has been killing for them and he's becoming elite. Then we also have that talented scorer from Cleveland that stands at like 6'1", Colin Sexton. Some of the fire wing players that were also produced through this draft were Miles Bridges and also MPJ. And it also was the most popular topic of discussion back in 2018 because some of the most interesting prospects were the centers. We all know this. At the time, DeAndre Ayton was the clear-cut #1 overall pick. He was a behemoth out there on the court and he dominated pretty much all season long over there for Arizona. And of course his hype was unmatched. Luka's hype train was lit and convincing enough to make many believe that he was a top 5 pick. Even though a lot of us Americans have this ridiculously stupid stigma attached to our minds about foreign players. Trae Young's constant reappearance on ESPN and across all types of social media platforms just went ahead and inflated his hype too. But there's something that none of the 3 biggest names out of that class has. Not a single one of them were portrayed as a demigod out there on the court. They physically cannot. Nothing was abnormal about them or extraordinary physically. We've seen plenty of guys with that type of physique before. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive. That man DeAndre Ayton is monstrous, but it doesn't faze any of us. I cannot say the same about the second most talked about big out of that class and the 6th overall pick. The mystery man in that buried thumbnail that got you to click this vibe-worthy video. Mo Bamba, y'all remember him? The freakishly built 7-foot center whose wingspan seems larger than life? He was filled with high praise dating back to the spring of 2018 and going into the draft. Because of his skyscraper-like arms, back in his days as a college player, it felt like there wasn't a shot in his direction that he couldn't contest. Dude was out here averaging damn near 4 blocks a game, just tormenting offensive players and having them run to the opposite end of the court with a lower self-esteem because of Mo's intimidating presence. Mo was different, he's just built different. Man was the bully back in college, but the reason why I'm making this video now is because in the year 2020, these days it feels like he's the one getting bullied. Pain is being inflicted on him on the court rather than it being reversed. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason why I'm making this very video. It's not to call him a bust, no. I actually hate that word. This video was made and produced by me just to answer my own curiosities about Mo and why the most noise that he's ever made hasn't been on the court, but rather at clubs, parties, and kickbacks and things of that nature. Lots of pain, man. A whole lot of pain right now that I feel for Mo Bamba. Can you imagine someone making a song about you, which is cool and all that, but like his song is bigger than your actual name and like what you're supposed to be known for? Mo has way too much potential for his name to be washed on the internet because of an overplayed song. There's a reason for that, and as I try to discover it, I'm gonna try to put it in. Ooh, I just spit everywhere. Hopefully that didn't get on the lens. If so, I sorry. But like I was saying, there's a reason for that, and as I try to discover it, I'm gonna try to put it in the most entertaining way as possible. So go ahead and sit back and be easy. I wish I could be easy. 1,000 likes on this video and I'll get a new chair next month. A 7-foot tall lightweight center who's pretty mobile with just the 2nd longest wingspan in the NBA currently, only falling short to Taco Fall. That's him, that's Mo Bamba. His physique and athletic ability makes no sense. So my first impression of Mo Bamba basically went like this. I immediately compared him not to no Rudy Gobert, Clint Capella, or even a Tyson Chandler. I ran to the game NBA 2K for a comparison for him because that was the only thing that could make sense of this at the time. Mo is out here moving and doesn't have slow feet, which is abnormal for people that size. Literally every single player in the league who has that type of height and a close enough wingspan have cinder blocks for feet out there on the court. That's what separates him from the rest. He moves like he's a combo 4, but he's an oversized specimen at the 5. An oversized specimen who's athletic and has a potential 3-point shot. That is exactly what puts him in rare air in the NBA. That is why Mo Bamba's name is nothing to be played with. We could all be sitting here just 3 to 4 years from now watching him go crazy in the league. Now for the average basketball fan, that's kind of kind of hard to hear. And it sounds like Mo Bamba stinks right now, which he might, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only reason why a lot of NBA fans for the most part think like that is because we've been spoiled. Let's be real over here. Mo Bamba's peers, Trae Young and Luka Doncic, over here damn near averaging 30 and 10 a game in their second year in the league. That is insane. Most competition at the big man spot. DeAndre Ayton has not let up and he's still doing his thing in the league currently. He's just a little underrated. And Jaren Jackson Jr., we all know the hype about that man. That man is the real deal. He's the next quote-unquote unicorn in the league. Meanwhile, Mo is still over here trying to figure out how to walk in the NBA still. What tends to fly over a lot of people's heads is that Mo Bamba wasn't drafted as a player who can dominate right now or the next season or the next season after that. He's a project, he's a long-term thing. But because of all the fuego that his peers have been producing on the court, there's been a whole bunch of NBA fans who's written him off already. And let me tell you, none of my subscribers better not be none of those people. If you are one of those people who's done that, I ain't gonna lie, you might as well like unsubscribe from this channel. I'm just kidding, please subscribe, I need it because my channel's been struggling recently. But Mo rarely ever gets talked about in the community anymore, which is pretty wild, you know, considering his hype back in 2018, but at the same time understandable. Who in their right mind wants to sit down and have a conversation about someone who averaged 5 points and 5 rebounds a game? You gotta be a serious loser and addict for this type of stuff to do that. Oh shit, that's what I'm doing right now. Wow. I really wrote that? It's me, I'm the loser. But I'm not the only one on this boat because you're watching a loser talk about him. So what does that make you? A loser too. See, we're just one big happy family. Back on topic though, think about it like this. Without any real context added into this discussion, Mo's career is looking hella scary right now. 5.5 points per game and 5 boards with a block in year 2 just doesn't sound right for someone who had that much hype and media attention just 2 years ago. All the Mo Bamba critics right now are over here sitting down lurking, waiting to drop that B word on his back. Bust, not anything else, you nasty freaks. The word bust, just to go ahead and make the resume look prettier. First off, let's just get the obvious out of here. He's playing behind an all-star center who was at the peak of his career. There's only so many minutes I can go around. And what I'm about to tell you right now is about to blow your mind. This past season, out of these 60 games that he's played, he's only played a total of 20 minutes 3 times this year. And that's it. What the hell is any project in the NBA supposed to do with those type of minutes? Those are crumbs. What expectations can be taken seriously with such limited opportunity and playing time? You are off one if you expect him to go crazy with that type of opportunity. In those 3 games that he played that he got more than 20 minutes, he averaged 10 points and 8 boards on 52% shooting from the field and 75% shooting from 3. Obviously that 75% shooting from 3 isn't anything to take seriously at all. That just further proves to show that he has a very strong chance to go ahead and be the type of center every single team drools over. Mo Bamba is the type of player to have GMs looking and hunting for centers just like him. He could be a potential game changer in this league and create a whole new archetype. Now Mo isn't the type to go ahead and give you 25 and 10 or even 20 and 10 a night. If he was to do that, then I'd be speechless and the whole league is screwed, I'm sorry. He'd for sure at least be a top 5 center in the league, assuming his defense is elite. But in my mind, he's more of a 15-8 or best case scenario 17-9 type of talent in this league, who's of course amongst the league leaders in blocks per game. And because of his athleticism and long arms, he should be one of the best and hardest lob threats in the league to defend. Also, his shot is actually nice and it's a work in progress. Can you imagine just how screwed that defenses would be once they see this large long arm center shooting 3s from the corners or the top of the key or the elbow and then coming down the court to play defense just to send your shot to the 3rd row and a couple of plays later catching a lob over your head and dunking that thing down. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that'll be hella depressing as a player. Because of Mo Bamba's tantalizing potential, I personally haven't forgot about him. When you think about the Orlando Magic, one of the first players that you probably think about is Aaron Gordon. If not Aaron Gordon, then Markelle Fultz, or maybe even Jonathan Isaac, that defensive stud that I made a video on just about 5 to 6 months ago. Go ahead and check it out. Literally none of those players outside of Markelle Fultz should be mentioned before Mo Bamba. You see, there it is. Mo Bamba has become just an afterthought. He's no longer a topic of discussion. He's just a thought that you'd never actually vocalize. Point being, you guys should talk about Mo Bamba just a little bit more often. If he adds on more weight, gets stronger, becomes a better finisher around the rim and polishes his shot, then he'd automatically become one of the best centers in the league and create his own lane as a player. All this fantasizing that we're doing about Mo Bamba and projecting the best possible outcome for him isn't really doing much right now. All we can do is just wait to see if this project will be done in due time. ending was so crazy. But did you get that? Did you catch my wordplay? Project Due Time. I'm in my bag. When I'm in my bag, I get really dangerous. It's crazy, but I appreciate you for watching. Right before you click off this video, I want you to make sure that you have a marvelous day, and also follow me on Instagram and chat with me. I chat back, and also, I'm saying also way too many times. I don't really care because I'm dumb tired. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. And remember, like I said 30 seconds ago, please make sure that you make your day great. And I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made it free the way, told my girl who'd ever